name is Monique. I'm a resident of Tupelo, former resident of Verona, Mississippi. I was diagnosed with triple negative stage 2 breast cancer August 2023. At that time, I was age 37. Got the call about being diagnosed, but beforehand, I had issues as far as pain in my breast on my right side. I was working my last 2 weeks at a former job I was at, and I have a friend there, the best nurse practitioner in Tupelo, in my opinion, Melissa Barnett. She was there at the time I needed her. I reached out to her my last week and I told her I had pain and I wanted her to check it out. She checked it out quickly and she noticed what I was talking about in the area where I was talking. And she decided to go ahead and put a referral in for me to have a mammogram as well as an ultrasound at the same setting. So we got that done within a week or two. I had my mammogram, I had my ultrasound. The day of my ultrasound, they found 3 spots. At the moment, I didn't really resonate on it. I just knew I was going to be fine. The doctor came in, said they wanted to do a biopsy, so within a week, I had just started my new job at the moment, and they did the biopsy over the weekend. That next Tuesday, I got the phone call from my friend, and she called me and she said, "Hey, I told you I would reach out to you and let you know." She did let me know that all 3 spots that they tested were cancerous. At that moment, I couldn't really just resonate in that. I kind of pushed forward. I had things to do. I had to make it to my daughter's game, her volleyball game, and I put a game face on for my child. I got there, watched the game, got home, and I just quickly texted a couple family members to come over. We met here in my home, and I let them know the news because I couldn't hold it any longer because I actually didn't know where to start. So reaching out to my family was the first step. And just letting that kind of marinate, it just really didn't hit me. I'm like, is this really happening? I ask those questions like anybody else would. Is this really happening to me? What do I expect? Is my days, are my days numbered? How long did I have to live? I was told it was a very aggressive at the time. It's a very aggressive cancer diagnosis, and that we was gonna go straight into chemo. All I knew is the day I got the call, the doctors called me the next day, told me, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and get your port put in." Everything went so fast. So within that week of being told that I was diagnosed, I actually got my port put in the next week, and on a Tuesday, and then that Thursday I started chemo. So it was September the 7th that I started chemo. Went from chemo every Thursday. The first day I had a support like no other. Like, I don't know, like my village came together, friends, family, people that I didn't know came together, work family. We all came together, and the day of my treatment, I went in with so much on my mind, scared, unsure, lost. But I just knew at that moment I had to do this for my family, especially my 2 daughters, Manaya and Mariah. I had to push through and be an example of strong. I didn't know where I was going to get the strength, but I had to go ahead and say, God, I know you got me. I reached out. If nobody else you could reach out to, I learned to reach out to God going through this. Not just for this, but for so many things going forward. But going through that day, I was scared walking in there. I received my treatment, came home. I was still scared, still a shock. Got home. Within the next couple of weeks, my hair began to break off and come out, and just, I was getting prepared, like trying to be there. And I asked God before I continued with my journey to just lead me. So I decided to share my journey. I started sharing my videos and everything of every treatment I went to. I wanted to share because I said, I needed some strength somewhere. So by me being able to share it with someone, it gave me my strength because I reached out to so many ladies. Well, I touched so many ladies that reached out to me. And I didn't know. I just wanted to touch somebody. If it didn't touch not many, just at least one person. And I'm just thankful for like the village that I gained, the people that were there for me. It was a rough time. It's not an easy time. It's normal. It's okay if anybody that's going through it, to know that you may have rough moments. You're gonna have rough moments, and it's a scary road ahead. I went through, I remember a couple times in my treatments, had times where my blood count was so low, I was weak. I pushed my way every day. Every day I had to push myself. Days that I felt like giving up. I felt like, you know, it was the end for me. I ended up having to have my hair shaved. And the day that I had my hair shaved, my nephew, he cut it for me. And I was surprised by my brother Bryant. He had been growing his dreads for years. He shaved it with me. He said, I'm with you with this. And my oldest brother, they were there with me. Everybody that has been supportive stayed through test and trial with me. And I don't know if I would have been able to make it without the support I had. I think God placed people in your lives for reasons and sometimes seasons. And this particular season that I went through, I think he placed those people in my life for a reason to see things, to push through. The days that I felt like giving up, it would be people that would stop by and call, former employers, family, friends. I always had a praying mother like there all the time that helped me get through. My girls, it was my daughter, my oldest daughter, her senior year. And I remember saying, you know, I wanted to see her make it through her senior year, as well as, you know, she was going for a championship that year for basketball. So I decided to say, you know what, I make this promise to her, I'm going to be there. So I pushed my way through because I made that promise to her. And I know she had a lot on her at the time. And like I said, when I was out with other people, seeing other people, people would come up to me and tell me how amazing, you know, that I am just by sharing my story. So many people don't talk about it. So many people are ashamed, and I'm just glad that I was able to be a voice. But being able to see my daughter accomplish something she was waiting on to win the championship at Tupelo High School basketball, that was an amazing feeling. That night, I was sick. I made it there to her championship game in Jackson, Mississippi, and was able to accomplish that goal that I told her I would be there for, and that was the best feeling. But seeing that smile and seeing that her walk that stage and I was there physically was everything to me. I just feel like, you know, just times that you felt like giving up, or you may feel like giving up throughout your journey, I feel like if you have nothing else, you have God. And I learned that through this journey, and I pushed through. I did a whole year of my treatments. I got through it. I made it through that, and I started my reconstructive. My reconstructive has been a journey as well as the treatment. Being able to have that surgery May 2024 was another disaster. It seemed like I never could really just take a breath. It's like I had to keep going and fight. So when I had my surgery May 2024, just seeing both my breasts removed, that was a whole different setting for me. I just thought it was just, hey, it's just, you know, but that's part of our womanhood. So coming home and removing the bandages and seeing that, it put me in a whole depression state. But I told myself I got to keep going, I got to keep pushing. You know, sometimes the enemy along the way, when you're fighting for something and you're trying to do something positive, the enemy try to come in and take over. And I had to keep praying and pushing myself because it's some dark times along the way. But seeing that and being able to have another surgery where I went to Texas to have my reconstructive, it's been a journey. I have another one coming up. But hey, I tell anybody that's going through it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I always tell others around me, keep God first. And that's the best thing that has got me to where I'm at today. It's still a struggle. I mean, it's a mental thing, but just getting your mindset changed to make it through and staying positive, that's the goal and that's the key to make it. And I thank you for letting me be able to share my story. And I hope this enlightens to other fighters. You can do it. I'm fighting with you, and we'll continue to fight. Thank you.